Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you. Thank you guys for tuning in. So today is a very special day. I've got one of my good friends in here, and today we're going to talk about this COVID season and how do we survive it, especially when we talk about finances. So today with me is my good friend. I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Edwin Duarte. I'm a wealth management specialist. I am the CEO and founder of Legacy Wealth.
Whoa, wait a minute. Legacy Wealth. I like that. Guys, that's so deep. Like legacy wealth. Like this is not just wealth for like 2 days. This is, man, okay. Let's just move on from that. Okay, you said wealth management. Dude, that's like a huge term. What on earth is wealth management? I've heard of financial planning, I've heard of budgeting, but you're talking of wealth management. What does that mean?
Well, it's a very simple term or a very simple process because wealth is actually what affords us the opportunities in life.
Yeah.
Where you live, where you would like to live.
Yeah.
The schools you would like to take your kids to, the car you drive, where you would like to vacation, how you would like to retire, or even the kind of legacy you would like to leave for your children.
Yeah.
So think about jigsaw puzzle, or you remember the dotted picture puzzles that used to come in the newspapers?
Yeah, those were my favorite. Yeah.
Yes, or the kasuku exercise.
Yes. Yeah.
So you have to connect the dots or connect the various pieces for you to get the whole picture.
Yeah.
So what wealth management does is it helps you get clarity of your goals.
Yeah.
Determine the kind of life that you would like to live, and put structures around the resources that are available to you for you to be able to actualize those goals, to be able to live that kind of life that you so desire. Yeah.
So basically what you're saying, this is a very holistic thing that thinks of every aspect of anything, finances, money, and life.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like I said, without one piece of the jigsaw puzzle, it's not complete.
Okay.
So it's something that you have to look at holistically, not just one aspect of your life. It is very wholesome.
Yeah. So what you're telling me, or rather what I'm hearing you, is that if I'm thinking of wealth, there's the protection aspects, things like insurance.
Yeah.
There's the investment aspect.
Yes.
So okay.
So
cool.
retirement,
Estate
planning, even considering your taxes, the amount of taxes you actually pay to government. So there's no one thing that can be looked at separately or without the other.
Okay.
For you to get the whole picture, you have to look at every single piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then let me ask you now, moving on to what we're talking about today. We're talking about surviving in this COVID-19 era.
Yeah.
In February 20th or February something, WHO, finally says, okay, this thing has gotten out of hand.
Yeah.
We're declaring it a pandemic.
Yeah.
And then now begins, the different stories of, cities shutting down, people being asked to stay home, people losing jobs.
Yeah.
So how then does this apply to us?
Well, life as we know it has been turned or flipped on its head.
Yeah.
And it's affected everyone. It's not just a few people.
Yeah.
So for example, for myself and my clients, what we are currently doing is we're having to go back to the financial plans that we set, the goals that we set, just to have a look at them and see what this pandemic actually means for us and our goals.
Okay.
Right? And this is the same thing I would like to advise everyone. Have a look at the plans that you set. See how this is actually affecting you, what you can achieve, what you can hold back. And especially for married couples. Set aside time. Deliberately. Set aside time that you can have a candid discussion with your spouse about it. Don't just do it over when you're watching Netflix, or when one person is in the bathroom, the other one is in the kitchen, cooking and all that. Set aside time where both of you can critically look at the plans that you set and the goals that you were actually looking to achieve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like what you're saying. Okay. Now, what I noted you're saying is that these are clients you're already working with.
Yes.
Now, there's many people out here who their financial plans do not know a financial planner or a wealth management guy. All they know is that I go to work, I clock in, and there's a check that comes, or I go to my business, I make this sale. And, so then where do now these people begin? Where do they start? What can they do? And there's two kinds of people probably right now. There's two kinds of people. There's the guys who are really thriving. But there's also the guys who this season has really hit them.
Yeah, true.
And I'd like for us to be able to address both aspects. So then where do you start?
The starting point basically is looking at your cash flows. And by cash flows, I mean looking at all sources of income. So if you have a salary and you have a side hustle, you have a business, you have investment income, just putting down every single line item that's putting something back into your pocket. Okay, then look at your expenses, your outflows, basically. Every single line item that's taking money out of your pocket. From rent, the loans that you're paying, even as small as the Netflix subscription, the $700 perhaps that you might be paying. However small it is, it's taking money out of your pocket. Now, once you have a look at this, is when you're able to establish which side of the coin you're at. Because like you said, there are people who are thriving. People who are finding themselves with much more now than they had before. And then there are people who are actually finding themselves with much less than they used to earn before.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, then now let's speak into the first group of people. These are the people who are thriving. First of all, who are those people? I want to know them. So what do you mean by someone who is thriving right now? What does that mean?
Well, someone who's thriving perhaps is just someone who's finding themselves with just a little bit more of income than they used to have before. For example, you could be talking of someone who's working from home. They don't need to fuel their vehicle or take a matatu to work. So basically, transport cost has been reduced. You're talking about someone who's people are no longer going to the gym. So basically your gym membership, you don't have to pay for your gym membership. Businesses that are actually thriving during this period, say for example, someone who was running a delivery service.
Oh yes, because now everybody, like I went to KFC one day, like literally. I got stuck at the, because the delivery, bikes were just packed right there. Everybody's ordering in. Or even the taxi businesses. A lot of people now are opting to take an Uber or a Taxify to work rather than use a matatu. Could be even the tax incentives that the government has given. For example, someone who's earning $1 million shillings right now is finding themselves with nothing less than 50,000 shillings in their pocket. Right? 50,000 shillings extra. Right? Just because of the tax breaks, the income tax breaks. And the VAT tax breaks.
Yes, and the VAT and all that. So for this particular person, what I would advise is, first is boost your emergency savings. Your emergency
so
fund.
now this is the advice that you're giving somebody who finds themselves with a surplus, whether it's because costs have gone down, now you have that little extra money, or again, your business has boomed in this season, or
Yeah.
maybe you're selling masks. You got a
Exactly.
deal, you're selling masks.
Yeah,
And, and people are buying because you've got the coolest mask in the city. So you have that extra money that you
Yeah.
didn't have before. So this is the person that you're talking to.
Yes.
Okay.
So basically for this person, the first thing I would ask is boost your emergency savings. So for example, if your buffer was about 2 months,
Yeah.
push it to 3, 4, or 5 or 6.
Okay.
Because like we said, it's a very uncertain period.
Yeah.
Because you might have your job today,
Yeah.
but we don't know about tomorrow.
Yeah.
So instead of spending that money, just boost your emergency savings.
So hold on. So what you're telling me,
Yes.
and I swallow
Yes.
the big gulp. What you're telling me is that that dream I had of upgrading my Android to iPhone dies.
It doesn't necessarily die.
Okay.
So this is a period to just wait it out, to wait out this pandemic.
Yeah.
I'm not telling people not to upgrade their phones. All I'm saying is hold on to whatever cash reserves you have. And if you're making more, put aside as much as possible.
Okay.
The other thing I'd tell someone is pay down your debt.
So reduce that.
Reduce debt.
Yeah.
If you have a credit card debt, reduce it. A loan, reduce it. Because what that means eventually is once this is over, you have a little bit more to work with, to do your investments or whatever you might want to do after. Yeah. The other thing is accelerate some of your goals. Right?
What does that mean?
It means right now we find ourselves in a situation where a lot of schools are actually offering online courses. And you find yourself with a bit of extra time and extra funds. If you take time to learn and to take a course, what that normally does is it increases your value maybe at the workplace or even in your business, right? So it's a positive investment. You can't go wrong with investing in yourself.
Yeah.
So it just basically increases your stock. But all in all, for this person, put aside as much as possible for now. And you have to be very careful because right now is when stores are offering discounts.
Yeah, right.
So the phone that perhaps you might buy at 30,000
Yeah.
is now costing about 20 something.
Yeah.
So when you find yourself with that extra cash, you're thinking, this might just be the time for me to upgrade.
Yeah.
Hold on to some of these things. If it's not necessary, there's no need for you to purchase it.
Yeah.
Put aside.
So basically what you're saying
Yes.
is this is a good time to cut down,
Yes.
then increase your buffer. It's interesting that you say this because, I went for one of this financial planning thing.
Yeah.
And all this financial plan, they will always tell you, you need to have at least 3 months emergency, 3 months buffer.
Yeah.
But most of us actually live hand to mouth, the majority of the population.
Yeah.
Man, this season has been the season you're like, man, those guys were actually brilliant.
True. True.
So now I see that now.
Yeah.
Thank God for us. It's not as bad,
Yeah.
though it could have been better.
Yeah, it could have
Yeah.
been better. The recommendation is have up to 6 months of an emergency fund.
Yeah, 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're finding yourself in a situation you have a bit more extra, push it to 6 months. Because you can never go wrong with emergency funds.
All right.
You will never go wrong.
All right. So you said increase your buffer. You talked about accelerate your goals.
Yeah.
What was the third thing that you mentioned?
Pay down debt.
Pay down debt,
Yes.
which is very huge.
Yes.
In fact, that you probably come out of this feeling like a hero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So
Yeah.
like I said, once this is over,
Yeah.
you find yourself with much more to
Yeah.
work with.
Yeah.
If you wanted to invest the money or if it was in your plan
Yeah.
to invest the money,
Yeah.
you have much more to work with once you've paid down debt.
Yeah.
And you will never go wrong with paying down debt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. Now I want us to be able to talk about now the the other side of the coin.
Yes.
But I want us to talk about it right after this. So we're going to take a break, and we're going to have a part 2 to this conversation.
Yes.
So guys, stay tuned. We're going to have a part 2 to this conversation. Look out for it. In maybe a day or two, we will be shooting this part 2, or we'll release this part 2 of this conversation. See you now. See you on the other side.